Bob Barnes and Jeff Brooks of the Bluewater Atheists, Humanists and Agnostics. Welcome to a special episode of Podcast for Inquiry.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thanks for having us.
It's my pleasure. Well, I know you two gentlemen. I've met you for 2 weekends. I was at BAHACON 1 and BAHACON 2, and I'm looking forward to BAHACON 3. And I want to just sort of share with our listeners what people can expect. So, first of all, Bob, Jeff, can you tell us, how did BAHACON start? Why did you start it? And what can we look forward to in August for BAHACON 3?
Well, how it got started, our group is, we put on a show at the library with a guest speaker, and we filled the 300-seat place. The speaker came in with 7 books of cartons of books, and he sold out. And it was so successful, we thought, well, why can't we do a podcast? Like, I've been to so many. I've been probably over 30 different conferences and conventions. So I suggested to our group, let's do one. And
Do a convention.
We started in 2020, but we got, like everybody else, got knocked out with the COVID. So we had to wait till 2022. And it was so successful that we decided to make it an annual event, and here we are.
All right. Well, I don't know where Bluewater was, and before I met you. So, if our listeners are not familiar with Bluewater as a geographical location, where are you located?
We're located between Sarnia, Ontario, and Port Huron, Michigan. We have members from both sides of the border. The area of Port Huron, Michigan, Sarnia, Ontario is called Bluewater land. And so many businesses are called Bluewater and stuff like that. So we chose that.
Well, that makes sense. So the conference itself is on the Canadian side of the border, right?
Yes. Yeah, we think we have a superb location in Sarnia. Not only we've got a brand new Four Points Sheraton venue for our conference, but we're located so close to so many people. We're within an hour's drive of all the major cities in North America, and with a big advantage, a favorable advantage to Americans to come to Canada with the exchange rate. It's a perfect location to hold one.
Hey, I'm Dave Fitzgerald, and I'm just getting over this year's 2023 BAHACON. Wow, what an amazing event. Amazing speaker lineup. The people were awesome. The team that put it together, Bob and company, so knocked out by you guys. Cannot wait for next year. I miss it already, and this one's not even over yet.
I haven't been to many conferences, but I have been to a few, and BAHACON is the only one that I've been to twice so far. One of the things that I liked about it is that it's comparatively small. I feel like after the weekend, I not only get to actually talk to the speakers, they're not distant, they sit at the same tables and I get to talk to them, but I also feel like I have the opportunity to talk to and meet a majority of the attendees, which is great. And it's what I've enjoyed. Can I expect much the same in BAHACON 3? And who will I have the opportunity to hear on the speaker roster?
Sure. So I agree that's one of the advantages we have with BAHACON. The first BAHACON, I was there not as a member, but as a participant. And I had just found it on Seth Andrews' website and found he was going to be close to where I lived. So went to the first one and was very impressed with a couple things. One, in the amount of how professionally it was run. For some, wouldn't have believed it was the first one that they had done. But also, to your point, the ability to talk and meet the speakers and also the other attendees. So one thing that we do at BAHACON is we do roundtable seating. And the reason we do that is so it can spark conversation. So when you're sitting listening to speakers and after the speakers, you're sitting with a group of people that can have those conversations at the table. And also the speakers sit at those tables as well. So they have lunch with us, they have breakfast with us, they interact with the people that are there. They certainly sell their books and those kind of things. So so this year we have a good lineup. We try to get some new speakers every year and bring back some fan favorites. So Hemant Mehta is going to be returning again this year, as is David Fitzgerald. Seth Andrews will be there, and Aaron Ra is going to be attending. Um, we also have Drew Backus coming back, and I think Bob can chat about some of the new speakers we have this year that we haven't had at BahaCon before.
Yeah, and I met both Seth and David at BahaCon, and they've been guests on Podcast for Inquiry as well. And so, Bob, new speakers.
Well, what we tried to do is get some science orientated stuff in, and we got some people in there coming. We have one that's her name is Yvette. That's called the Sci Babe, and she talks about science. We got Forrest Valkai, who's heavy into the science and stuff like that. So we have this year we have our dividing it between men and women. We have 5 women on our program this year, which is a change, and so we're going to change probably 5 every year. So that's what we did. We have 5 that aren't coming back from last year, and we have 5 brand new ones, and they're all great. The one we got kind of at the last was Kate Cohen. She wrote a book called "We Have Small Faith" or "We Have Small Belief," and she's and her sideline it says, "I quit pretending. Why shouldn't you?" And she's got great reviews, so I'm looking forward to seeing her. But like Jeff said, that we get all kinds of compliments about how available that our speakers are approachable. When we have our boat cruise, which is the wrap up of our conference, it's kind of the highlight of our conference that everybody just raves how much they enjoy that. And what they like about it is the fact that all the speakers come on this boat cruise, so you can walk around the boat and talk to all the speakers and stuff like that. I've never been to a conference where the speakers are so approachable as we do. So
And the speakers also enjoy BahaCon. And let's listen to another testimonial from last year.
Yeah, I just really had a great time at BahaCon 2023. I will definitely be coming back for 2024. I mean, it seems like each year the speakers get better. I mean, we have better topics, we have better discussions. You know, it's very oriented toward getting to know each other. There's always round table, setups. So you're always talking to the people that are at your table, and instead of just facing forward, and not getting to know the people around you. So yeah, it's a great time out here on the ship, and just really great. Definitely come out and join us next year, BahaCon 2024.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to BahaCon 3. If people are interested, we haven't mentioned the dates and where people can go to get more information and to register.
So to get tickets for BahaCon 2024, you can go to the website at www.bahacon.com. Tickets can be purchased through Eventbrite. The date of the conference this year is August 9 to 11. We have moved it ahead a couple weeks so that so we're not overlapping into kids returning to school, which was sort of interfered a bit in the previous couple of years. Friday night we start with our VIP dinner. So if you're coming to the VIP dinner, if you should be at the hotel for no later than 6, and then Sunday we finish off with the boat cruise up the St. Clair River, where you can see both Canada off one side of the boat and the United States off the other side of the boat, and that's on the Sunday and ends our conference. So.
All right. Well, we'll end this with one last testimonial from a speaker from last year. Before we go, any last thoughts, Jeff or Bob?
I've been to a lot of conferences before, and I remember going to one down in North Carolina that advertised dinner was or lunch was included. When I got there, that was everybody had to go to a local park a couple blocks a week, and they gave them a hot dog. Our conference, the meals are fantastic. Our luncheon not only includes sandwiches, but soup and salad, and our VIP dinner is a plated dinner where you sit down. But the thing that I'd like to talk about is the value. Now, if a lot of conferences, you'll pay $200-300 just to go to a VIP dinner. Our dinner is $100, and the conference, like, it's nothing for to spend $300 and $400 US to go to a conference. Ours, if they get the early bird, the total experience package, which includes the breakfasts, the VIP dinner, and the boat cruise, and the whole thing, it's only $220 US or $300 Canadian. It's a real bargain, and I I encourage everybody to buy their tickets early, because we don't like to make it sound like a hard sell, but we are going to sell out this year. We have no doubt, and I just don't want anybody disappointed. So if you're thinking of coming, get your tickets. They're on sale April the 1st through Eventbrite.
And there will be a cutoff for the boat cruise. So the boat has a limited number of spots. So if the boat cruise is something that really interests you, then the sooner you get your tickets, the more likely you'll be able to get a spot on the cruise. So to Bob's point, really encourage people to get their early bird tickets.
Well, yeah, we try to make our conference very comfortable. Like Jeff mentioned earlier, we're at a round table. Now, we could put more people in if we went to stadium type seating, but that doesn't give the people experience. So we're cutting it off, and we, like I say, we could get more if we want to go stadium, but we want everybody to have that great experience. So we're not going to crowd people. Like the boat that we go on, it's licensed for 192 people. But when you get up around 160, it gets crowded. So we're gonna go with quality rather than quantity, and we're limiting the boat to only 160. So, like Jeff said, you better get, if you intend on going on the boat, you better get your tickets early, because we will definitely sell out the boat.
Hey, it's Seth Andrews. I am a huge fan of BAHACON. I've been here twice, right? And every year it has been absolutely amazing. Not just the lineup of speakers, which is really important, but the sense of community and the goodwill and the smiles and friendships are made. We've seen families come, we've seen individuals come alone, and they leave as part of a family. And so you get to learn things, but more than anything else, you get to be a community. You get to be human beings without judgment, fully accepted. And you also leave learning a little more. You know more tomorrow than you knew yesterday. It's really the full package. I'm a fan. Attend BAHACON if you can.
Well, I enjoyed BAHACON 1 and BAHACON 2. Jeff, Bob, I'm looking forward to BAHACON 3. If you can make it to Sarnia, Ontario, August 9th to 11th, go to bahacon.com, buy your tickets,
Thank you.
and I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you, gentlemen.